You gotta be ready at all times. You never know. You gotta be lubed up at all times.
Wait, Randall, you're saying you specifically need to be lubed up at all times?
No. Everybody. I mean, I guess that does include me, but everybody. You guys are telling me you aren't lubed up at all times?
If anything,
this is awkward.
This is going to be the opening now.
If anything, I do my best to stay in close proximity to lube.
Well,
that's good. That's smart. Yeah,
I know where the closest lube is, but I can't say I stay greased up at all times.
Hey, at least it's spotless down there.
That is true.
Yeah, the bidet helps with that. You know?
Yes, it does. Bidet, I will die by the bidet. Fuck ever having paper toilet paper.
Yeah, you live by the bidet. Tyler, how does it feel knowing that Brandle's asshole and my asshole are so much cleaner than yours?
It hurts. I do want a bidet. I plan on buying one. So
it's life changing.
It's amazing. It's like I no longer have to worry about streaks.
Mm-hmm.
I will purposefully go over to my cousin's and shit in his toilet so I can use his bidet. I get it.
I always feel so clean.
I avoid going to the bathroom at work because of the same reason.
I get it. Yeah. Well, I mean, if you want your ass eaten too, it's like you don't have to feel so bad about it. You know, it's like, oh, I'm not giving her
that's when being lubed up, being ready comes into play here.
That is true. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So you're like, your concept of being lubed up at all times includes having your asshole clean at all times.
Exactly. You get it. It goes hand in hand.
Exactly. Hey, everyone. Welcome
like
back
the
to
only hand you're getting is a reach around if someone's nice.
Wait,
I almost said historical quarrels.
You did say historical quarrels.
I fucked up so bad there. Holy shit, I'm embarrassed. I'm going to leave, guys. I'll see you. I deserve to be on this podcast.
We're talking about the Greeks and their need of olive oils. He actually left.
Yeah, I just wanted for a dramatic effect, you know. I knew the sound would go through. But yeah, welcome to Stereotypical, Tyler. You know, the one that you came up with.
Yeah, he's the one who created this bullshit. He's the one who forgot the name of it.
Listen, I created both my kids too, and I forget their names sometimes, so I mix them up.
That's more reasonable, though. This is like
that's less reasonable.
Well, I feel like as in the parent space, it's more relatable.
That's common. Yeah, it's common. Yeah.
I was about to say, like, kids are neat and all, and you love yours. I'm sure you do, and it's cool that you have two of them running around. But like. Yeah, you're a YouTuber now. You make podcasts, and isn't that worth so much more?
Clearly.
Well, it's funny because you look at my two older brothers, and we all look nothing alike, and we're all 4 years apart. And so the oldest is like 30 something, and they all could never get our names right, and I just never understood it.
But you gotta think probably the reason why you guys look so different, I just realized, is you had 4 years of like cycles of cum. You know? How many babies he beat out to get to the next kid.
That's true. The oldest is also my half brother from a different dad, so you know.
Oh, yeah, they'll do it. Yeah.
Have you ever heard of the milkman?
I want to play Psychonauts 2 again. I'm not gonna lie.
No, I'll do that. We should do that.
I don't know if that tracks. You guys remember Milkman?
Did the third one ever come out? I thought it did.
I thought it did. It's not.
Was it the third one? Is that what I'm thinking of?
Fuck it here. We have the internet, guys.
You think I would know, considering I pre-ordered the game, I think.
No, so it's Psychonauts 2 that came out. Yeah, and then People are asking for a third one.
Yeah, okay. But they did leave it open for a third one in the second game. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah, they made a VR one, I want to say.
Interesting.
But I don't know if that was before 2 or after 2.
Probably after. Because the only reason 2 is alive is because Xbox picked it up when it was about to go under. So, if you guys didn't know that.
Speaking of game companies going under, have you boys heard of the bullshit that Unity Engine is trying to pull?
Yeah.
What is it? I actually don't know.
So Unity came out, was like, hey, you know how we're an open source development software engine that literally all indie games use? Yeah, starting January 1st, every single time someone hits install on your game, if you're through us, you owe us money.
Oh, no. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you have some indie developers just being like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like I can't. There's a reason I'm using your free software here. Hello.
Like the guy who made the Squid Game. Like, remember the guy who did that in like less than a day?
Yeah.
It was super big. That guy's like, hey, if this gets implemented, if I had released that and gotten the same player count, I would have owed Unity $6 million for a free-to-play game.
Oh,
holy
my God.
fuck.
Go fuck yourself, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
ridiculous.
And then this is going to make you pretty sad, Ty, but the developers behind Cult of the Lamb,
Oh, no.
they said, hey, buy our game. Buy our game if you want it at all, because January 1st, we're deleting it.
I heard about this, yes, and it broke my heart. But
and then,
go ahead, sorry.
Hollow Knight's developers, Team Cherry.
Yep.
No one knows if they're going to be able to release Silksong.
Oh man.
Wow.
That would actually make me cry.
See, what needs to happen is Unreal Engine just go over and offer, essentially offer their assets to these companies that people love. That'd be such a good PR move for them. It would really tank Unity. It would tank the fuck out of Unity.
They would pull it so fast. I guarantee it. Yeah.
Like, apparently Unity has been kind of going downhill for the past while.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, their CEO, their CEO is the guy who got let go from EA for being too greedy. He was too greedy at EA. Think about that.
Holy shit.
That's absurd because, EA's known for that.
They're known for being greedy. Yeah. So he was considered too greedy by them. This motherfucker. Well, no, he came up with the idea of making players spend money per bullet fired in the game.
Fuck you.
Right?
Bro.
Yeah.
I would use one bullet and use it for myself. Just saying. In the game. Not IRL, but yeah.
But when they announced this Unity change, people were going, hey, quick question. If I made a game and someone pirates that game, do I still have to pay? And Unity's like, yes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, what's stopping someone from getting 6 PCs and writing a script so it just deletes and install the game over and over again?
Yep.
And Unity was like, no, we'd be able to tell.
Oh, yeah.
We'd figure it out. Or people were like, how would you figure it out? It's like, we would detect it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
With our super spies. And so it's like, oh, hey, if someone just wants to tank a video game company that uses it, Unity, just set up a PC farm that just installs.
That would be hilarious. Oh man, I really hope that their CEO just kind of gets removed by the board and then they redact. They'll probably, with the PR shitstorm they're going to redact the decision. I guarantee you they're going to change it.
That's ridiculous because it screws everybody regardless.
Well, it's the equivalent of like, let's say a company that makes, I don't know, fucking a hammer, charges you per house that you sell, like a percentage of that house that like you build using that hammer because you use their tool. It seems a little fucked up, right? It's like you bought the tool.
Yeah,
and you're the one who did all the work for like getting everything else to work. And that tool is just a part of that process.
I was going to say, you don't even need to stretch that much for a different real world example. Just look at Monsanto.
Yeah.
Hey, buy our seeds. If we find out that you planted our seeds, we're going to show up to your farm and break your kneecaps. Also, we have...
They send the Pinkertons.
No, that would be Magic the Gathering.
Well, Wizards of the Coast does it too, but so does Monsanto for farmers. It's really fucked up, man. You should like look into them. They're evil bastards.
I thought the Pinkertons had disappeared in like the 60s, and it's like, no, they're still around. They do.
They're basically just a hired mob at this point.
I didn't know that, but all right.
Yeah, dude, someone accidentally got shipped a box of Magic cards that were unreleased. So Wizards of the Coast, like without talking to the guy who got them at all, just sent the Pinkertons, and they like scared the shit out of the dude's wife and started breaking shit.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
And then Wizards of the Coast was like, maybe we made a bad move.
Yeah, just
and
maybe.
I'm like, no, dude, you sent over like the people who killed Arthur.
Yeah.
John. In Red Dead Redemption, after like a family who had ordered a package of Magic cards.
Yep. My God.
Oh man, Wizards of the Coast has been pissing me off for a while now, though.
Same. Been really fucking annoying. I've been I can't see, it's like I still like playing Magic the Gathering, but I cannot bring myself to spend money on them. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably just gonna buy proxies. And
that's where I'm at too.
Because it's like I'm not competing in tournaments. It doesn't fucking matter.
All right, exactly.
And tournaments would probably let you use them anyways.
Yeah. So
because in knowing you, Tyler, it's usually always with friends or family specifically, you know.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it doesn't even matter. I just play it, play with you guys or play with just Nick or other family members.
Yeah, because you'll still make it as rage inducing as ever. Don't worry.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Brandel, you have no idea.
It got worse. It got so much worse.
I believe when I stepped down from playing Magic the Gathering, that was a good point. A good starting point.
No, Brandel. The worst point was like 2 years ago.
It was pretty bad. It was bad.
The worst point was 2 years ago when Tyler started making big boy adult money. It was like, hey, what if I just wanted all of my friends to hate me?
Yeah, I built a really scummy Urza deck, and it was fucked up. It was there was a turn one win in there. That was nuts. Yeah,
and it was Commander too, and the thing was actually like.
Tyler, you're filthy.
It was filthy. It was disgusting.
Randall, you know how we used to have a group that would play like a few times a month? Ever since Tyler showed up, ever since Tyler showed off that deck, we haven't played.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Oh no!
It broke people.
That sounds about right.
It was fucked.
All of us were like around Tyler's house, and then it was like I looked at a couple of his or his unspecified company that I just gave away.
Mm-hmm.
I looked at a couple of those guys. I looked at his cousin. I looked at Kobe, and then we just all had the thought of like, man, fuck Tyler. We're not playing this again.
That tracks. That sounds like every board game we play with Tyler too. Because
the worst part is all three decks were probably god awful because I made a Sliver one that was like insane, and then I made an Atraxa one that was really like nutty. And
I actually know Sliver.
Yeah, the Atraxa one was kind of slower. It was more just kind of like it was like the fun one, just to kind of just have fun. But it had some like it had some nutty stuff in there. Like if it popped off and like I wasn't targeted, which is kind of the point of the deck is, I'm not going to like kill, but like it will be a slow burn. So
you're right. But you thrive off of that too, though.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. And this man had the balls to look at my deck and go, Braden, what the fuck? You're a piece of shit.
No,
well, I mean, your deck was kind of shitty. Like it was kind of scummy too. I mean, you have to admit yours was getting there too. So
Tyler, you drug him there. You dragged him.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. I mean, like if he wanted to play, he had to have a deck that good too.
Exactly.
So and then Tyler was like, yeah, I could teach you. Oh, you opened up a couple gods in a pack. That's cool. Let's make you a deck. And then he'd pull out his like drawer and then show you how to make a deck. He's like, all right, so this is called Stacks. Now, it might be a little bit for you to overcome now, but with some proper strategy, turn to Planeswalker while you have like whatever, like a 2/2 bear.
Man, listen, that's like in anime, like when like the main pro tag meets the seasoned vet, and the seasoned vet has to be like, listen, this is what you can achieve.
Yeah, but I don't remember Madara showing up in episode 1,
He should have.
That's the way Tyler thrives, man. It's perfect. It speaks volumes.
Oh, fuck, dude. It was, see, and that's the issue. The game is fun. And so I can enjoy the game and hate the fucking company that makes it now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
like
proxies
D&D
is the way to go. Yeah, D&D. D&D is, I feel like it's harder to set up.
Well, yeah, but it's owned by the same people.
Is it? I didn't know that, actually.
Wizard owns it, yeah.
Like D&D came out, it's like, hey, if you are using any part of D&D in your property or whatever, hey, guess what? We're suing you.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Like you owe us money. It's weird.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, a lot of these companies are doing that now where they're like, hey, so you're taking like this like IP that we gave you and like you made something with it that you are able to make money off of us. Well, guess what? That idea is not mine.
Now we want royalties from your ideas. So go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and it's super fucked. I don't think that's right. That's not how the world works. If someone takes something and makes something that other people enjoy, and they're the one who primarily put the work in and made it, sure, they use like your world or like your setting or like some, but really for that, it's just fucking rules that they made. It's just rules.
And the fact that they can change it like that too and get away with it, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it'd be
dude, the creator of the comic book Fables, which got adapted into Wolf Among Us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He came out, I think it was today, but it could have been earlier. And he was like, hey, EA's doing some scummy shit with my comic book. It's now, I'm just expiring the copyright. It's all public. Now it's all of our comic book.
Fuck yeah.
Unification. That sounds awful similar to the movement with like all the movie and animators and directors and all that. I forget what it's called. We talked about it a couple weeks ago.
SAG-AFTRA?
The Screen Actors Guild.
Yes, all that. It's in a similar vein, and it's just feels like all of it is coming up quite quick with the entertainment and the way the internet and technology is so present in this day and age.
Yeah, no, it is.
Maybe don't refuse to pay the people who you work to death.
Honestly,
I don't know. Maybe that'll solve some problems.
Even then, it's a starting point, right? Because then people will just ignore it and won't give out more raises and wages when everything goes up,
Oh, exactly. And it started protests all over. There's one at Ford. I think there's a few other small ones going on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
By the way, Drew Barrymore is a fucking scab.
Scab. Why?
Yeah.
Scab. Confused.
She basically strong-armed and forced her writers to break the picket line so her show could keep going.
Oh no!
What?
Oh no!
Yeah.
Go fuck
Oh
yourself.
boy.
I
Okay.
would quit.
That's why there was a massive protest outside of where they were taping her show.
What did she do? I don't remember this.
Fuck if I know. She was in a
I
few
don't
movies
know.
with Adam Sandler.
Oh, okay. Well, you know.
She was
What is it?
She was one of Charlie's Angels
She was in Charlie's
Oh.
Angels, yeah.
back when that still meant something.
Is Adam Sandler being a part of this, or he's just doing his own thing still? I'm sure.
No, he's probably doing- he has his own like production
Yeah.
company.
And like
Yeah.
Adam Sandler's production company is like, hey, we just want an excuse to all hang out and go on vacation.
Yep.
in the most expensive way possible.
And so they make a movie out of it essentially.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like a lot of it is due to Netflix and the
Oh, right.
companies with that because they weren't giving royalties and residuals to anyone who showed up every time the movie was screened.
Yep. Well, Netflix was bleeding money too. The issue is it comes from the streaming format. They set a precedent for it being so cheap. And at first they were making a shit ton of money off of it, right? Because like the contracts that they had and like the stuff that they got, not that expensive. But now that they're working with all these big names and big shots, that is a lot of money you have to fill.
Yeah.
And then that's why we've seen the raise in prices for these streaming platforms. And eventually it's going to get back up to what cable is.
Yeah,
And-
because everyone and their mother thinks they have to do it now.
Yes. So
And the end result is the same.
we just
Pass
repeat.
me-
Yes.
It's
Pass
actually-
me the bottle of rum, fetch me my pirate leg, and let's sail the seven seas.
I would do that.
Well, they've already started
Right.
doing bundle deals for like Disney Plus, like ESPN or Hulu.
Disney has a fucking chokehold on everybody.
does.
And
Yeah.
like especially streaming now, suddenly it's like trying to kick Netflix to the curb. And it's got Hulu. I think Spotify is part of their deal now too.
Yes.
And then ESPN is the other one.
Yep. It's nuts, man. I don't know.
And then anything not owned by Disney is owned by Warner Brothers.
Yep. Oh god.
I don't think they own quite as many assets though, do they?
Brandon.
No, Warner Brothers might own more.
Really? No
Overall.
way.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, the companies that own Warner Brothers. Yeah. So what was the breakdown? Basically, there's like 3 companies that like own everything, like in the world, basically.
Oh, sorry.
One is Tencent.
Go ahead. Sorry.
One of the companies that owns everything is Tencent. And
Yeah, I can't remember the other ones.
the other two.
It's
But-
all right.
Yeah, it's kind of nuts, honestly, and a lot of it has to do with like it's these wealthy, essentially like the business owners are just a bunch of wealthy fucks who diversified their portfolio, and they determine where money gets spent and redirected, and they kind of like go with the ebb and flow of like the stock market. It's how at least that's what it looks like to me, and like that's how they stay rich and how they keep being rich is because they stay ahead. All their assets are like flooded into all these different corporations.
Yeah, and then you get hedge funds, and you get the
gigantic money pool. And, Michaela just Googled it for me real quick, but apparently Adam Sandler is with everybody and the actors and is joining the strike. So, which is pretty
Good.
cool. Yeah.
That's cool, man.
I've literally never heard anything bad about Adam Sandler as a person, so that makes me happy.
Well, yeah, because at first, even if he wasn't and he was just doing his own thing, I don't think it would be to like actively go against the people who are protesting, you know?
Yeah, I know. He probably is like, yeah, no, dude, getting paid more. Like, I don't give a shit. Like,
Exactly.
He's like, what you want? doesn't do anything bad for me, and you getting treated fairly will only help me. So why not?
Mm-hmm. Because
So
you'll
that,
write better stuff for me. So
that reminds me of listening to Distractable and watching Mark again on YouTube. He talks about him working on the movie and him being more than just a director, even though that's like his official title for him, basically owning his own production company too.
yeah.
To make this movie, and he gives everyone more than enough benefits and time, even though everyone's working 14, 15-hour days.
Yeah.
And everyone's happy and everyone is well taken care of, and all these other producers are looking down on him because he's taking on more than just being that set role and actually doing other stuff and saying that it's not possible, which is blatantly not true.
Well,
He's like,
he goes above and beyond, and he makes the other producers look bad.
Exactly.
He's also not like, he's not going, hey, I can hire the same amount of people that you do. Oh, wait, why do I have all these people getting bankrolled and they don't do anything?
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. No, I'm not paying off some girl who gave me a blowy behind the dumpster.
Yeah, it was dark outside. Still owe me $20.
Later.
later. She just like comes back every week, you know. Just keeps asking for the $20.
Like, don't worry about it. Go get me a coffee.
I'm like, Tyler, you keep calling me to show up. You never pay me, but you keep adding on to your debt. I thought this was against financial wisdom.
See, but you keep coming back. At this point, you should know that I'm not going to pay you.
You would have figured this out a long time ago. Like, who's the real asshole here?
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing. A week ago when I showed up, Bubba wasn't out of jail yet.
That's fair. Okay, fine. I'll pay you.
Are you aware of how much you owe me?
Let's see this point. A couple grand, $2,000, $3,000. I don't know. What was it?
Chump change.
Chump change. Yeah, come on. Yeah, come on. Man. I'm getting like 600 downloads on Historical Coral, so like big money over here.
Wait, how is that doing? By the way, did you check? I haven't heard an update since.
Yeah. I went up to 600.
Is that
listeners.
peak then around?
I think that's where it's going to peak. I haven't seen anything today. I kind of checked, and I haven't gotten like any extra downloads.
That's sick though.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, it was really cool. I was pretty fucking stoked about it. Not gonna lie.
Means you're gonna get 1,000 next.
I hope so. I would honestly love that. That'd be. Yeah, it's kind of like the dream, right? You get to take your hobby into something that's, more than a hobby, and then grow to hate it over time, like over 10 years.
Because it becomes too much and then stagnant, and you want to fulfill more in your life. And
then you feel trapped by your fans, and then you start getting into a crippling cocaine addiction. And then
yeah, we got this all planned out. Don't worry, guys.
Yeah, that's gonna be the spiral for Stereotypical. You guys are gonna love us. Love our commentary, and then we're gonna slowly degrade into coked out asshole.
And then we're gonna get clean, and then cut and bounce back, and have a whole new era.
Yeah, it'll be like a brand new era. But then the cycle's gonna repeat itself because we keep falling into the same tropes because we're like, we have to make money.
I would like to know that Braden's been muted this whole time.
I know, but he's agreeing with everything that we're saying. Just yeah. I'll speak for him. Don't worry.
Just trust me, bro.
I was gonna say, like, bold of you to assume I'm not already there.
Yeah, in the downward spiral.
Bro, I was more going down the downward spiral.
What?
I came out and nothing got better.
Oh fuck!
I had to mute myself because apparently, when you cook fish, the apartment doesn't like it, so all of the fire alarms started going off.
Oh, lit! That's fun.
Nice.
I'm like, bro, I'm just grilling a salmon. Is that a crime?
You're grilling a salmon in the middle of the episode here. I love it.
Wait, are you doing it on the stovetop or are you doing it in the oven?
Stovetop.
Oh, okay. I mean, you can do oven baked salmon, and it's still really good. You just have to get what you do is you salt up the meat, obviously, and then you can get like chili peppers or chili flakes. I like to do lemon pepper. You get a couple slices of lemon.
I'm gonna stop you right there, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna stop you right there. This comes back to you not washing your rice when you cook it. I like my food to taste good.
No, trust me, it tastes good. Maddie actually liked it, and you know how she feels about fish.
Well, yeah, it's because my mom brainwashed.
That reminds me, did I tell you guys about 2 weeks ago? I get a lot of broken groceries from the store because of just damaged items, so I get to just take them home.
Damn, Perfect Foods.
Yeah, and I got some crab legs, and it's the first time we had crab legs in years, and it was the greatest fucking thing ever.
Oh,
I haven't had crab legs in a hot minute.
Yeah. Anyway,
dude, I really want crab now. Yeah. I miss when I was a kid and like Seattle was like cool to go to, and you could go to like the Pike's Place and just get like fresh seafood, and
seafood was cheaper.
It was a lot cheaper. I mean, Seattle was still kind of expensive. It wasn't like terrible. I was also a kid, so I didn't really spend the money. That was my mom's money.
Yeah, exactly. And you're like, just give me all the food. I don't care.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, you could still go do that. You just have to be willing to risk getting a contact high if you use public transportation.
Oh, fuck that. Yeah, the one time that Maddie and I took buses in Seattle. Oh.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was shitty. Oh, fuck, dude.
Oh my god.
Like, apparently the fumes from heroin were so crazy that they had to shut down the subway for like weeks.
No way.
Just because there was that many people heating up the...
That's disgusting. I would puke.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. At least, like, do drugs that smell better.
I don't know. Weed's a good substitute for that, but
I'm like, weed smells good. The other stuff, it doesn't smell. And some, like, at best, smell like bleach or gasoline. But, like, once you get into that hard stuff, that just starts smelling
like shit. Yeah.
Like tar.
It's real bad. Yeah.
Yo, Brandel, what you know about crocodile?
Nothing.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck that is.
You take low-grade heroin, you mix it with a gallon of gasoline, and you inject it.
No.
What?
No, thank you.
Yeah, it's called a crocodile because the injection point, the skin starts to die away so fast, it starts looking like crocodile scales.
Oh my god.
That sounds horrifying. I've actually heard of that crocodile like skin condition or whatever, and it looks horrifying.
Yeah.
Brought to you by Mother Russia.
That reminds me, you guys know what kombucha is, right? The prison wine. Have you've heard of that before?
I was going to say I am. But...
No, oh, so really? So it's basically just fermented fruit wine and made in prison, and it's a lot worse and more bad for you, right? Because there's no way to filter it. Anyway, I was explaining
don't you dare talk down on my toilet hooch again.
You can have it because that's just disgusting, man.
Yeah. You can take my toilet hooch once you pry it from my cold, dead hands.
I was at work
saving up orange peels for months.
Yeah, they will. They literally in a grocery bag or like garbage bag and sit there and ferment for fucking months.
Yeah,
you do it in the toilet.
That too, but that means you can't use the toilet.
That's why you shit in the corner. Eventually, someone will have to clean it up.
I was trying to explain this to one of my coworkers, and they're usually older ladies, you know. And I explained this to Tyler, I think. I'm not sure, but South Dakota is a farm place, older generation. Everyone has a different perspective on life, and ours is more technology involved, and so there's a lot of memes in that regard. And when I was explaining the kombucha to her, she looked at me in horror and goes, "How do you know about that?" I was like, "Well, it's kind of hard to explain."
Yeah.
Oh no, guys! I was making bread while pouring myself a nice cup of grape juice during Prohibition, and I forgot to clean it up and wash out my cup, and 6 months went by.
Oh god,
Shit.
that sounds like an ADHD's worst nightmare. They're like, "Oh, my cup of juice that I forgot about."
Oh no! During Prohibition, people would sell a brick of grape concentrate, and on the label would say, "Do not put in a gallon of water with yeast and wait 3 months because then it'll turn into wine. Don't do that." Wink, wink.
Yeah. Of course. How else are you gonna get by?
Yeah, it's, yeah. God damn. Oh man, this is gonna be another episode where we just don't go over a specific topic and we just talk, because I'm down for that.
That's probably just gonna be the thing from now on.
Well, I mean, we might have more cohesive stuff or stuff specific that we might want to get into, because usually there might be a topic we're excited about. But in this particular case, I'll be honest, I don't have nothing ready today.
I was going to say, is cohesive the right word? Because we all share the same brain cell.
Yeah.
Yes, because in our brain cell, it tracks and we can follow the dots. We're like the crazy guy who's always conspiracizing, but it all leads back from one pin to another.
Like Charlie Day's character in It's Always Sunny with the mail episode.
I never said that our shared brain cell was capable. It's just,
hey,
it functions, but
we rename our podcast to One Orange Cat Brain Cell.
I would.
3 guys, 1 brain cell.
3 guys, 1 brain cell. Yeah, it's good. It's good.
Would you remember the name of that one?
Maybe.
Honestly, I still like Stereotypical. We really haven't come across anything yet that I feel like.
No, there's that other one that you came up with that I did kind of like.
It was off the Bad's Friends name. What did you use? It was like Horny Guys or something. No.
Fuck. Here, you guys talk. I'll go look for it. I'll find it.
I was gonna say, the group chat with some of my buddies is called Suicidal Toads.
That's really good.
Hard Homies.
Hard Homies.
Yeah.
That really does. It's perfect.
It slaps.
And you went with Stereotypical. Do you know how much merchandising potential Hard Homies has?
No. Yes. Well, that's the thing. We came up with the Hard Homies after we already had this podcast going. It's shit.
Well, I mean, we can definitely still rebrand on the name. I don't know. I would like to do Hard Homies, but is it
should this be episode 1 of Hard Homies podcast? Welcome back to Hard Homies podcast. It's always been Hard Homies.
Are we going to be able to keep that, own that bit? You know what I'm saying?
Just gaslight the audience into thinking it was always Hard Homies, like South Park did with Tolkien.
So that's what we'll do. We'll introduce the show as always as Hard Homies, but the name will be Stereotypical so we don't get in trouble.
Fuck, no. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll edit in this. So quiet for 5 seconds. Welcome back to Hard Homies podcast, the most audio-autistic podcast.
Wow.
I'll edit that right back to the beginning where I tried to say historical corals.
That rolls right off the tongue. That's absurd.
That's the point, right? And then I go back into previous episodes and I'll edit the audio file so it I just say Hard Homies. Re-upload each episode.
It flows better, or perhaps it oozes.
It does. I actually really do like the sound of it. Hard Homies.
I do too.
Back to Hard
But it
Homies.
really does sound like a bad riff off of Bad Friends. But
And that's
like,
fine. Who cares? We can be,
Yeah,
we can be quiet, bad friends.
I think if like Bobby Lee and Andrew would hear it, they would laugh.
They would definitely laugh. Yeah, that or send a cease and desist. So
Or either like hit you up
Or
on
both
Twitter
in
and
that
encourage you to go to therapy for your
oh yeah,
crazy ass. They're like, oh, these fuckers think that their jokes are funny and that I would like them. I don't even know who the fuck they are.
yeah.
Exactly. Now you get
This
to
Tyler,
plug.
this Tyler guy needs to get the fuck off his high horse before I send Bill Burr and a bucket of cocaine after him.
Bill Burr and I would split the cocaine.
Yeah, exactly. You get to plug hashtag Bobby Lee into the podcast now.
That is true.
And blow up the episode.
Yeah, it would get real big. Like, because like people, oh, he's starting beef with like a podcast with like 2 listeners. What the fuck?
Come out the gate. Like, why are you guys trying to fight already?
Listen, Bobby Lee, we're taller than you. You gotta calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, Bobby Lee got raped by a kid with Down syndrome, so like, can he even like actually fight us?
And for me, it was a Tuesday.
In the snippet of that video, he keeps setting them up to laugh.
Yeah.
He says something not like another Tuesday, but he says something similar along the lines of like
in the summer or something.
Yeah, it was like every summer. Yeah.
Every summer, yeah.
It's like, oh, okay, there's a reoccurrence of this. Okay.
The first time it might have been a surprise. Maybe the second, third, fourth, and on times I may have been asking for it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Literally.
Because if you show up at the same location, I think there's a routine for him.
Yeah. At that point, he's just expecting. Like, it's not even like for him in his mind, he doesn't think it's rape. Probably for you, it still is a little bit. Because you're just like hoping, oh, maybe this time he won't fuck me.
You're probably what's the word? Pavloved himself, or the Sherlock's Holmes. I forget what it's called. Where you convince Pavlov.
Yeah, Pavlov.
You convince yourself of it's good, even though it's a horrible, horrifying situation. But you
no. You're thinking Stockholm syndrome.
Stockholm, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, I wash my ass for you.
Yep.
And it ties back to being lubed up, boys. Just saying.
Yeah. Gotta stay lubed. Gotta stay lubed.
How much do you go through maintaining this state of infinite slippiness?
Well, the key is to get an oil base, because the water base is just going to dry out quicker.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but it's gonna, like, if you always have to keep yourself lubed up, I assume you have something to keep you stretched out as well, right?
Yeah, that's what the plug's for.
Yeah, that's
okay.
that's gonna suck up the silicone.
So there's this tiny tube that goes in a backpack that I wear that's filled with like olive oil. It goes all the way into the plug, and just it's like an auto feeder for gerbils, but it goes directly.
I was just about to say, is the olive oil dispenser above or below the gerbils?
It's just them inside his ass going ah, la, 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 ah, la, la.
Like every 25 minutes he just like jumps up and looks really scared.
You take a little nibble out of it,
Yes. This Mr. Slave from Southwick. Jesus Christ.
He's like taking out a lighter and putting it underneath the backpack. He's like, those motherfuckers are being lazy today. Come on.
Let's get a candle, shove it up there. Yeah.
I paid good money for this gerbil dispensing device.
Oh my god, I'm dying.
We had to go through 6 different prototypes in R&D because we didn't know where to put the gnomes.
Oh, now there's gnomes involved.
Yeah, there's always gnomes involved. That's
always. I was not aware of them until now. Then
well,
I sent you the picture of that gnome-shaped butt plug. Right?
oh, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do
we
remember.
never had the fantasy of having the Bradley Cooper gnome from the Dungeons and Dragons movie riding your ass.
I have not, but now I need to. Apparently,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you need to get on that.
You're missing out, man.
Yeah.
The nightly fantasies are so much more intense.
or horror night trauma, but yeah, it's a fine line.
Yeah, between
My buddy Gabe sent me a link, and it was it was like a rave store, and it was a butt plug that they were trying to get people to wear to raves, and it would shine out words on the ground. Because it was a laser. Like, imagine being at a rave and then, like, one girl is just dancing and you look down and, like, coming from her ass is a bunch of lasers and it sounds like, this is good music, right?
It's a laser light show and it says, eat my ass.
Oh, yeah.
I so feel the plur right now.
Are you going to plur? Are you going to fucking plur?
Dude,
Bro, are you plurring right now? Like, are you doing that?
Dude, as soon as I showed up, I was plur.
Dude, I showed up.
Really? Oh my god! Yeah. You guys are like so wild. Like that's like so crazy. I'm sorry. I don't know why I started that.
Do you want to hang out with us? Becky has 2 bottles of vodka. Rebecca has a lot of ecstasy, and Adam brought the poppers. You're not going to remember the next.
Yeah.
You're going to forget everything about the next 6 to 8 hours, but good Lord, it's going to be the most fun of your life.
Hell yeah. Oh my god. Oh, dude.
It just makes me want to do mushrooms again.
Oh, speaking of which, I might need to find some after my flight from on Tuesday. Going to New York. Newark. I need to get some shrooms so I can shroom and doom.
Don't do the shrooms in New York.
Probably not. Yeah, I probably won't. Yeah.
Yeah, if you take hallucinogenics in New York, it's a one-way ticket to bad trip.
Yeah. A little scary. A little scared of doing that.
Who knows? You might have a new outlook on life.
That's true. I'll come back and just be like, guys, I quit my job. I am now living in the woods.
And by the woods, it's just off the corner of New York and like it's behind somebody's tree.
I'm not coming home.
The next time we set up one of these calls, he's going to be like, so have you guys ever read this book by, I don't know, this guy named Ted? He brought up a lot of points. I wouldn't have understood, but that was when I was still in the shackles of society.
Being there, it transformed me, man.
Yeah, it really did. And like, you got to bring it down. You got to bring the system down. He wrote a lot about like, you know, how the system just has to be dismantled and the government needs to be changed. The only way to do that is if we, you know, start mailing out bombs.
And this is where I go. I think this is where the end of the stereotypical podcast.
Hard homies, yeah.
Sorry, I think it's where hard homies ends.
Yeah, we're called hard homies.
You get 3 new listeners, all are FBI agents.
I forget we get our own individual FBI agents.
Yeah, exactly. So
they watch over us.
Nah, each of us get 3, but only 3 care enough to listen.
The other 2 are like, fucking idiots.
Yeah, those are the guys who are like below the other 2 FBI agents, and they're the ones who were forced to put on the labor of watching over us. Make sure we actually don't do anything.
Sorry, we're gonna force you to listen to this shit.
One dude has like headphones on and he's just banging his head against the desk. He's like, I thought nothing could be worse than Firewatch when I got out of the military, but listening to 3 guys.
But meanwhile, one of the other 3 guys just has like a bucket of popcorn and a joint in the other hand, and is just listening with us and vibing out. You know,
No, dude, I fucking get it. Like,
Yeah, man.
I get why people like this, dude. This is great. Like, oh my god.
We were trying to tell the Mortarmen where they're at, but the Mortarmen are all like, no, he makes some points.
Yeah. Because you're not.
Why do Mortarmen always have to be so fucking weird?
But then the final guy is like the FBI agent, more aligns with the Tyler that comes back from New York. He's like, no, he's right. We need to listen to this guy.
And that guy used to be a machine gunner.
Oh god, yeah. I'll just start a cult.
So you still got to call it the Hard Homies cult and just be belligerent about it and like just ignorant to it being called that and being all serious.
Yeah, it's like
no, he's not going to be belligerent with his cult. You know, they're going to be like, it's going to be a respectful cult. No one else was a respectful cult. This will be what changes things.
Exactly. I'll be the different one. Yeah, all those other guys. Nah, I'm different. Trust me.
That'll be your tagline.
Yeah, trust me, bro.
Trust me, bro.
Hard homies cult. Trust me, bro.
And every day before the next meeting, you got to show up and take a pill of Viagra.
Well, yeah, no. If it's called Hard Homies, everyone has to be hard. Like even the women need to be hard.
Like during morning prayers when everyone does the ritualistic taking of the morning Viagra.
Yeah, but no sex. Like no sex until after the Viagra is worn off.
After it's worn off, yeah. So there's one poor bastard who's just been there.
Yeah,
everyone's gone home.
His day's about to fall off. He's like, what?
The only way you can leave the ceremony is after going flaccid and then beating one off.
Yeah.
You're only like time skip to like 3 months later, and it's a news report. There was a cult run out of this, and in a shocking turn of events, every single member had to go to the hospital for maintaining an erection for longer than 12 hours.
Think about the gift I would bring to society by doing that. No, come on, guys who can have erections for longer than 12 hours. Fuck.
Look at Todd over there. He's been doing it for 24 hours. Yeah, you got to get those numbers up, guys.
Yeah,
meanwhile, Todd is just hearing Vietnam War noises in his head.
Well, that's what keeps him hard. It's the Vietnam War.
I just see him like unconscious in the corner, but he still just has a full hard on.
Hearing him shout random Vietnamese, like, no, stop and be.
He looks straight at you and he's like, it's never over. You can't just turn it off. Oh my god. Oh fuck, dude.
Would you guys be part of my cult? Like, would you be like in my inner circle?
Yeah, without question.
Oh god,
no. Well,
you wouldn't.
Very different stances we have there, Brandon.
Why not?
The problem is I walk into that hospital with poor Todd. He looks at me and he's like, "Fucking VC," and starts walking very aggressively towards me. And I don't think I can handle that.
Although if I have to invoke the thing that I said back in like junior high, if I ever saw your guys' dicks, I would have to stop being friends with you guys.
Oh fuck yeah, that's
You guys remember that?
yeah, I do. Yeah,
And that's why Tyler and I have a bond that we share so closely that you don't get.
that's true. Yeah.
And then for like months, you guys like tortured me, and you're like, "Get ready, Brandon. Today's the day."
Today's the day our friendship ends.
Like you're really pissing me off. You just made it seem like we were torturing you. It's like, you want to see my cock? You want to see my cock? No, your friendship's too important. But hey, man, look, my cock's out. Just kidding.
Just kidding.
Hey, well,
Just
maybe by
kidding.
joining your cult, it'll be a stepping stone in our friendship.
Yeah, you'll
No.
maybe you won't see like the full cock, but you will definitely get the outline of it. You know, yeah, in the robe.
You got a little tent going on, you
Yeah,
know.
a little
Yeah.
pitched. Yeah.
You're like, you're
Yeah.
not. Everyone joining Tyler's cult, Tyler walks up to him and is like, now you're not allowed to come, but you are allowed to have sex. Use your complimentary cult branded Baldo.
I totally would do something like that. Like, we're just
Yeah, dude,
fuck
you
with
like-
people. Like,
Yeah, back when you thought you were going to be a successful store owner and you ordered 6 crates of those things.
You would do something like every like thing that you could do sexually, there's something else that goes the opposite direction.
I would find like the opposite and just be like, listen, it's all about finding nirvana. Okay.
Your inner peace, there's a balance here.
Yeah, Buddha was right. He was on the right path, but he never actually made it there because he didn't have Viagra. So
Then you're like, you do your daily preaches and sermons, and you're like, and that is why, although they may be closer to enlightenment than the rest of us, we have to cast the people who are into feet aside and stone them to death, for they have attempted to enlighten themselves using the dark arts.
verily I say unto you, one of these who would hurt one of these little piggy toes. Put upon themselves a millstone and cast themselves into the ocean.
Before you know it,
For
Before-
Tyler's cult. Sorry, go ahead, Brandon.
you're gonna, I was gonna say, before you know it, 2 decades come by, like you're just like, hey, I wonder what Tyler is doing right now, and you look towards the compound, and all of them are Cenobites from Hellraiser, and you're like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know.
My army of the damned.
And like every week, it's going to be like a new fetish to look down upon, and ergo, that person gets killed and sacrificed to you.
Bring him to the altar.
It'll start with the feet, and then you move on to, I don't know, whatever, simplistic.
It'd be feet and the furries.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, okay, first it would be the pedophiles. So like any
There you
pedophiles
go.
get killed. Yes, anybody into the little kids, dead.
Yeah,
And
your
then
cult
the
has
fetish
standards.
fuckers.
Your cult has standards.
Since it's the start of the opening of the cult, we'll make it into a week-long opening event to bring in as many of them as possible, and then just do like one gigantic bonfire.
Just like advertise, hey guys, we have a lot of lolly porn here, and like everybody that shows up dies.
All of your
Like everybody that just is there in like a stadium filled, everyone's like shoulder to shoulder, waiting for something to happen, and then the building
Light a
just
match.
all of your followers are like, God is telling you our deepest, darkest kinks. And then in your head, you're like, these stupid idiots don't know that they buy their internet from me. I have access to their internet history.
Oh boy.
Oh man, I would have so much fun.
Yes, you would.
Very end of it, Tyler would be like, oh no, it was never real. This has been bullshit from the beginning. You're like, at first it was just a bit, but then things got a little out of hand.
I took it a little far, guys.
I'm sorry. That went a lot farther than it probably should have. I never intended it to go that way. But if you really think about it, it isn't my fault.
Yeah, it's yours for
Everyone
being
just carried it
fucking
out.
stupid. Yeah.
Okay, what would your costumes be then, Tyler? What would you wear?
Oh, it's like very typical, like white robes. Probably like something
Very-
that like really pronounces the dick. You know, just like
It's like a very. It's a very pointed white hat. It's on your dick.
No, it's just a goat. It's just a bed sheet, but there's a cutout for your pants.
yeah.
It's like, wow, all of these cult members are dressed up like spooky ghosts. Wonder what that's about.
But everyone has an erection.
Yeah. Oh my
They're like, oh
God.
no, you guys are dressing in all white. Are you racist? And then Ty's like, nah, we love black people. Look, there's Jamal, and Jamal is second in command because he has the biggest hat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's why he gets to wear the purple sash.
Exactly. Yeah. And the only reason why he's not in charge is honestly because like I started it and he just kind of felt bad.
It's legacy. It's legacy.
Yeah, it's just legacy. And he's like cool with like the position I gave him, you know, because like
Listen, he was very excited. He was willing to do it, you know.
yeah.
He's like, we don't determine seniority by cock size in this cult. But look, you gotta admit, over there, that's impressive.
It's
That
impressive,
is impressive. How could I not make him my second in command?
Exactly. Yeah. Thanks, Jamal.
I mean, the position basically bestowed it upon himself. So
Yeah. It's what God gave him. God told me that he needed to be in charge.
The holiest day is when like all of the cult members start charging up their crystals simultaneously.
Just one big fat drum circle. Like
oh,
It's
don't
like,
even get
why
started.
is this spot on Google Maps shining brighter than the satellite?
I like to think they put it over like a giant flame, and they have like a giant like walk in front of them.
I'm fucking crying, man. Why do we keep just going into this?
Wow, apparently reaching Nirvana is holding off for so long and then charging your JO crystals with 100 of your cult members and summoning Lord God himself, Jesus Christ.
I feel like it's in similar vein to the pony jar. Oh my God, man.
No, it's like those demonic summoning rituals, but like for Jesus, you just have to get like a bunch of people to come all at once.
He emerges from the cum and
Yeah, he does. It's like the goo monster, like, or from Fern and Gully with like oil and grime,
Texas.
cum and semen.
Well, that song is called Toxic Love, so
It works so good, actually. Jesus coming out of the cum like a skeleton.
I wanted to think that, like, instead of that actually happening, it's you as the leader trying to make it real, and it's like a skeleton. Like,
I set it up.
yes. And then the skeleton rises from the pool or whatever, and it's just covered in everything.
I'll hire Tim Curry to sing.
just like from Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Oh my God.
The clouds part. The clouds part. You hear God's voice just going, God damn it, when I said second coming, that's not what I meant, guys.
Oh my God. I think we broke Tyler.
You finally see Jesus, and then you're just like, guys, I told you he wasn't white. We're gonna need the biggest hat.
You can't breathe.
Oh my god, they were right. They were fucking right. Korean Jesus was right. Just Korean Jesus.
Now we have,
Now
now
this is where we
we
tie
just
back
have to
in
go
Bobby
down
Lee.
we have to go down the pantheon to see who truly isn't white. My next guess, Santa Claus.
No, Santa Claus would, because he's like Norwegian. So like out of the pantheon, he probably is the whitest.
Yeah, but like he's had a stable relationship with Mrs. Claus for the longest thing in history, so you know he's not Norwegian.
He's an idealized Norwegian.
All I see is Santa Claus wearing his white T-shirt without his jacket and his his white beater.
Yeah.
He's got like
a little bit of stubble on his chin.
Like his beard is covered in cookie crumbs. There's like milk stains all over his face. There's sweat everywhere.
Exactly. You haven't heard the true stories of Santa
He's
Claus.
got like the Greek dad hairy arms, you know.
He's just like absurdly jacked in his arms and shoulders, and he's got the beer belly.
Yeah.
Walks up to you and he's like, Mrs. Claus loves the Christmas sack, and then just like hits you over the head with his testicles and knocks you out.
Yeah. You wake up, you see Mrs. Claus with like a black eye, and she's like, I hit a doorknob.
I fell down the stairs, I promise.
I promise. He's not usually like this.
guys, it's been a tough Christmas this year, okay? A lot of kids are naughty.
Yeah, I promise you he's a good guy normally.
He has like a basement.
And besides, one of the families during Christmas didn't leave out milk. They
Oh no!
smog.
He got back on the vodka again.
Guys, he's just having a little bit of a problem. You know, Santa Claus and his relapses.
Yeah, this happened like 20 years ago, and you know we thought we worked through it, but
It's been 20 years, but you know I'm still hoping.
yeah,
The poor Randolph that day.
one day he'll stop. I can fix him.
Listen, I can fix him. My goddamn Mrs. Claus.
It's a good thing he sounds like a horse, huh? Or hung like a reindeer in this case.
Yeah.
You guys don't understand. I thought he was rich when I met him, but it turns out like he just doesn't have money. He doesn't even bother paying for his slave workforce. He just do it.
It's like it's not even a real like magical operation. It's like a sting up. It's like a sting operation. He has a basement just full of kids who are making toys year round that they stole from other people's houses.
All these
He's like,
orphans that people didn't want.
You think elves can make a goddamn iPhone? No.
The sweatshops, they come in handy.
Their minds are too uncorrupted to make smart devices. That's why we need human children.
They can corrupt easily.
Wasn't there some fucked up video on YouTuber who did this? Who I forget. They did like a serious note on Santa, and that's exactly what they did. It's like kids slave labor. Santa's a junkie or alcoholic, and fucking he beats his wife. It's
I could see that, but I wouldn't know.
I could see it, but I can't think of. I don't know.
But I don't think it is.
Simpsons probably did it first, anyways. It doesn't matter. Everything's just derivative of Simpsons.
That's right. They predict everything.
Yeah, exactly.
Even we are derivative of Simpsons.
Yeah, like, you know.
Yeah, we're just in the episode, you know, without one episode.
Yeah,
You guys out here paying money for crystals and for fortune tellings and palm readings. Just watch the goddamn Simpsons.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Everyone who's seen The Simpsons has become part of The Simpsons.
Yes.
That's
Part
the
of
way
the
they're
crew,
rolling.
part of the ship. Part of the crew, part of the ship.
Oh my god.
There needs to be a cult remnants in the Simpsons universe.
Everyone's jacking off at the Simpsons.
Violently.
Yeah, next week, their next episode will just be exactly what we described today for the cult, and we'll be like, "Fuck, we fucking did it!"
I'm like, God damn it!
Those goddamn bastards!
Like I said, dude, there's a new Simpsons season that goes on describing what we just talked about. It's like, no, we were only joking. We didn't want it to be real.
Fuck, now I have to do it. Now I have to start a cult.
But now that it's in the show, it's going to be canon in real life, and now you have to like step up and wear the costume.
Yeah, I just feel compelled.
Yeah, because if you don't, obviously someone less capable will take your place.
Yeah, I'm the only one who can. Yeah,
especially with your stature. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like the ice crown at Adventure Time. It's just a JO crystal.
Simon with like 3 JO crystals charged.
I have the power.
That's where he gets his ice powers.
All of his fantasies make so much more sense now.
Yeah, exactly. That's why he's horny all the time. Gotta get that sweet bubble gum.
I saw some spoilers on the newer Fear and a Cake, and I saw a thing of him saying that he misses being Ice King, which was crazy to hear.
Well, yeah, but they do it in like I personally think they do it in an honestly interesting way where he gets depressed and he just feels like people only liked what Ice King did, and they don't like Simon for Simon because they never got to know Simon. They only got to know Ice King.
Exactly. And I can understand that. And it's such a deep, sad thing for him.
Mm-hmm. But he's like, Ice King was, an insane version of me. And he's finally, good now. And he's like, why do people want these things that, Ice King made?
Yeah.
Every other reality that he's been in, he's like, well, one, I either became Ice King, or two, I died trying to stop the bomb.
Yeah,
exactly.
So.
And it's sad that's like his only reality. And now he's the version that makes it out and is no longer Ice King.
Yes. So.
But he's like, God damn it, I need my prestige.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
What is this, the third time?
No, but it is so interesting. If you haven't seen it, you guys should go watch it. So
I'm working on like going through Adventure Time again, then I'll watch it.
No, fuck yeah. Yeah, no, it's Adventure Time's so good.
Yeah, Emily and I just finished our entire watch through of Gilmore Girls.
Oh, hell yeah.
7 seasons.
Oh
shit,
dude! We've been watching Gilmore Girls for weeks.
So I'm just really sad that you're watching Gilmore Girls. I'm not gonna lie.
Same,
I feel bad for you.
Poor bastard.
We almost make sacrifices, brother.
It's true. I have to watch fucking MasterChef all the time. So
that's my problem.
I was gonna say, no, that's the one you need to be least concerned. Like, it's the.
I know it gets much with all the drama,
the crime scene shit that she's into.
Yep. Oh, dude. Yeah. Every time I hear one of those podcasts or anything like that pop off, I'm like, for real, man, you're just going to like freak yourself out. And you already don't trust the world and think everything's going to kill us. So
that's the problem, Ray.
That's the funniest part. She loves the serial killer podcast and stuff like that. But every single night she's like, oh no, someone's going to kidnap the baby. Oh no, I can't sleep. Tyler, why don't you own a gun, you pussy? How are you supposed to defend me?
No, she's right though. I do need to buy a gun. I plan on getting a shotgun. So.
Yeah, and then you're like, you were listening to true crime for the past 17 hours. You're freaking yourself out. She's like, you're right. Goes to sleep, has nightmares for the rest of the night, wakes up, and then goes to the true crime podcast.
Yeah, repeat. Yes.
It sounds like my mother with horror movies. That was her favorite, is horror movies. And she would have some of the worst nightmares that she's ever told me.
Dear God. Dude.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like my sister binging true crime and then having panic attacks in the middle of the night because she thinks everyone is out to get her. Like, that is the textbook definition of Sisyphus pushing his boulder up the hill.
So what we need to do is we just need to get that bacteria that grows in like cat poop that makes humans like not feel fear, but then also a little insane.
No. It's toxoplasmosis is a little bit different in humans than it is in
animals. Yeah. Well, but it can cause reduced fear, like fear-based responses, like where you're a little bit more like risk taking. Is what it seems like.
That's because it like damages your brain a little bit, so your higher reasonings and stuff like that is gone. But there are some trade-offs. One, you love the smell of cat piss. Like, if you have toxoplasmosis, you love the smell of cat piss. Like, if you ain't huffing a litter box, like, you don't have it. And then that's why people with it start hoarding cats, because good smell of catty pee-pee makes you feel good. So if I get more cats, make more catty pee-pee, smell pee-pee all time.
Pee-pee feel good.
Yeah. And then the way that it works in like rats and mice, it's not necessarily like making them feel like they could trust cats more. It makes them comfortable. It tricks them into feeling safe in open environments.
Yeah, or like where if they smell, they're not going to notice the smell of cats as much anymore either.
Yeah,
like
they're not going to worry about attention. Yeah, where a bird or a cat could eat them, and then the bacteria reproduces in the cat's stomach or the bird's stomach. They shit it out, then the cycle repeats.
Yep. It's crazy how that shit works. It's fucking wild, man. Yeah, I mean, I still don't like the smell of cat pee, so that's
fucking revolting, and I hate it. And I love cats.
Yeah,
I thought you were about to say you love huffing.
No. I just got done huffing.
He's like, dude, it's awful. It's so gross. Whenever I smell it, I just want to throw up. Give me a minute. Oh, that's the good shit.
Yeah, I've replaced my smoking habits with smoking cat piss.
He's like, no, man, look, it smells really bad. Like, it's so gross. Who would ever do this? But dude, if you smoke it.
Well, that episode in also South Park where Kenny like huffs cat pee and like he sees like the big titty boob warrior woman. Oh fuck!
The cat was on something else too, though. Oh my lord!
Yeah. And then fucking Kyle's dad. They have to fight. They fight for her. Good shit. Good shit.
That is why you never drink PBR.
Yep. No PBR.
If you take anything away from this, don't drink PBR.
Yeah. This podcast is sponsored by PBR. Hard homies. Official endorsement.
Dude, it's not fair. Dude, it's not fair. When you're talking about shitty beer, right? Hey, guess what? The PBR and Bush, right?
Yeah.
Like dirt cheap, it's shit beer, but it's like S tier shit beer. Actually, no. Bush is S tier shit beer. PBR, I'd say it's like A minus.
Okay.
There was one time Ty and I were at a bar, and Ty had only tried like Coors, and the poor man decides that for his first decent beer, he wants to go straight to a stout.
I don't know what that means, but yeah.
You know Guinness?
Yeah.
Yeah, Guinness is a stout.
Okay. So not good then, or what?
I hate beer.
Yeah, I hate beer, so I don't know.
No, I like stouts, but it's like a sipping beer.
I see.
Yeah, I'm a bitch
It's
when it
like
comes to beer.
it's like heavy. It's just a lot of like wheat flavors, chocolate and coffee. And then Tyler wasn't used to drinking bread,
Yeah, no.
which is funny because Ty likes mead.
I do like mead. Mead's really good, but that's honey.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Yeah, instead of what wheat and sugar, you're like, nah, bro. Miss me with that shit, but if you do the same thing with honey, that I'm into.
Yeah, well, I don't know. I guess like it tastes better to me. Maybe the honey just has like a more complex flavor that my palate likes. I'm just better than you, Braden. That's why I like me.
Really? Hey Ty, you ready to have your mind blown?
Sure.
Yeah. You wanna talk shit? Your favorite spirit is gin. Guess what gin is?
What?
Vodka.
Yeah.
Deep with botanicals.
Yeah.
You thought you were all high and mighty because you like gin. You were drinking vodka the entire time. You are just like us. Get off that high horse and come back to the sewers where you belong.
You're right. Fuck, dude. You're right. Though I will say, I think I've developed a slightly more of a love for rum lately. Rum's really good. I like that.
Rum's really good.
Yeah.
I'll just wait.
I'll just stick with my bitch beer.
Okay.
Because that shit's just sweet. I
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Yeah, bro. Are you fucking serious? Because I don't know. I just can't do hard liquor like a fucking Jack Daniels or like just a rum and Coke or whatever.
Well, Coke's not bad. I mean, like it's mostly Coke.
Yeah, it is. And even then, I just like, nah, it's fine.
Nah, Tyler. When you like rum, like you're gonna start trying some weird rums.
That is true. Yeah.
You're gonna open up a bottle of like Plantation 5-year. You're gonna open that up and you're just gonna smell old overripe bananas and be like, oh, that's the good shit.
Well, actually, it's funny that you say that. I did have a banana rum recently, and it was pretty fucking good.
Like that's not what I meant by banana. Like Jamaican rums.
Yeah.
When they're aged, they get something that is called funk.
Oh.
And it's a banana funk. Like if you like got a bag, put a few bananas in, and then like let that just sit in the bag for a few weeks and then just sniff the bag. That's the funk that Jamaican rum has.
Oh, okay.
Does not sound.
And it's like it's delicious.
Is that?
I could see it being pretty goddamn tasty. I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I have been getting more into it, so I'll see it. Gin may no longer be my top spot here in a little bit. So
yeah, you should. Gin is nice though because like they're different botanicals that make up the gin, so no two gins are alike.
Yeah. I mean, I will say Ryan Reynolds Aviation Gin, not bad. It was really.
It's definitely drinkable. It's just not the most like giniest gin to have ever ginned.
That's true. You could have ginned a little harder for me. Yeah, that's true.
Are you ginning for me right now?
Yeah, you gotta go and gin. You gotta go fucking gin.
Just as long as you're not drinking Bombay.
No.
I got some fucking horror stories relating to Bombay. We've been going on for a hot minute, so I'll save those for next time. But dude, like Bombay mixed with like blue Gatorade has out in the desert where water is sparse. I had someone in the cot next to me almost die and choke to death because of it. So we'll save that story for later.
Oh my lord!
Oh fuck yeah, that'll be a good story. Yeah, we'll have to do that next time.
That means you're leading with the next episode, Raiden.
Yeah, you'll be starting.
Exactly. Like you'll have to wait to hear the story about a guy shoving a broomstick up his ass, running down the hallway screaming, "I'm gay! I'm gay! I'm gay!" And then we just beat the shit out of him to make him shut up. You'll get that story next time.
Next
on
time.
Dragon Ball Z.
Dragon, get the dragon.
Or no, you mean the new name of our podcast, Hard Homies?
Yeah, Hard Homies. That's right. Next time on Hard Homies, Braden
by the
describes.
way-
Every time we touch.
Merch idea. We get t-shirts, but it's just a plain tee, but they go a little bit longer to cover the wearing area, and there's like a shadow print of like a tent kind of deal.
Just at the very bottom, I'd be down.
And then in like the side of it or whatever, it just says Hard Homies.
I
Dude,
went.
I'd slap.
I
That would
went-
go hard.
I went all the way to Hard Homies cult, and all I got was this stupid 6-hour erection.
Hey, we come for satisfaction. Well,
No, we don't.
We don't come. Yeah.
Yeah. We're the equivalent of just edging for like years.
Yeah.
You're always so close to satisfaction, but you're never there.
Exactly. You have to deprive yourself of it until you reach nirvana. And then when we reach nirvana, finally, we'll have come Jesus come out of the bottle. We're bringing about the second coming. Come on, guys.
It's right
Gather
there in
around.
the Bible. It's right there in the Bible. I don't understand how you guys have been missing it this entire time.
Well, it's
What
not-
if
yeah,
I-
come on.
What if there was so many people though? Like you can't fit everyone around the bowl or whatever, and everyone just has to start shooting around their shoulder.
Well, I mean, that's why you stagger, right? Like,
Yeah, dude, when you want cereal that doesn't fit in the bowl, do you go, I guess I can't have more cereal, or do you just go get a salad bowl?
exactly. Yeah. And then you have them pour it back in.
Oh, it's like when we're at church and sacrament meeting, instead of handing past the water and bread, they're just
Just pass
passing a
the-
salad bowl to send down
For
the
the
line.
cum, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god!
And then it reaches the end of the line, and then you're like, oh, it's time to slurp up the soup.
Now everyone needs to eat their cummies.
Everybody make sure to slurp up your soup to show that we appreciate the meal.
We just made someone puke.
It's the
Yeah,
Ducky
sorry,
Mouse.
guys.
Oh, God. Oh my God.
If anyone is still here by this point, I give kudos to you. But
Props, guys. Props. You made it.
you don't get more than that, at least not yet.
We're just
Holy
like,
shit.
Tyler's over here like making a cult. He's like, is that like a porn tag?
Hey, this could be the episode that we could upload.
To Pornhub. Oh my God. Yeah. Let's
Yeah,
like
just like the.
only the cult part.
You need to go to Fiverr and have someone animate all of it.
Oh, fuck. That would be hilarious. It's just
yeah. That would be funny to upload to YouTube, actually.
send them the sound file and then just like, please animate this.
It's like, I'm not going to tell you anything, but go off of the sound and just draw what speaks to you.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna change your vision at all.
Whatever it costs, I will double it. Because
Yeah. It's you, whatever you say, I definitely know it's not gonna be worth what you feel like I should pay you.
After this,
God.
Tyler's gonna message Will, and he's like, "So I've got a new idea for a tattoo." How good are you? How good are you at drawing bowls? Because I need like 75 to 125 people around it, and like big Jesus,
Yeah.
bigger
but, like,
dick.
and then he's dripping, and like the drip is like a little gooey.
And then like it has to go all the way down my leg.
Everyone's a little sweaty. Like everyone, like all the people, you just a little sweaty.
Yeah.
It has to be like in an enclosed space so you can get everyone's funk and wafts involved.
Oh God, it smells like pheromones in here.
Okay, I think we've
I think
milked that
I think we're good. Yeah.
I was about to say, like, shit, I actually took my meds today, so usually I don't know why it was going on like this.
Apparently, we really need Tyler to do this.
Yeah, it's just happening now. So when I'm in New York, I'll let you know when I start it.
Okay, because that's a good place to start.
Yeah. My God. All right. Thanks everyone for listening to Hard Homies podcast.
Yeah, this has gone on way too long today, so it's time to stop.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Hard homie. I'll see you next time.
Where's the